What is up, guys? YodaDaWise here. Today's event started at midnight for me. I'm on Pacific Standard Time. But this is the all-time favorite spring cleaning event. Why do we call that? Well, let's look into it. So, the reason why I call this a spring cleaning event is because you get to clean out all these useless 8-hour production boosts. And then if you choose to, you can get rid of your 24 production boost here. Greatest thing about this too is that, I think they're finally listening. You used to have to hit that exchange button however many times you could in order to get it. Now, you hit the exchange, boom. I can get 123 out of that one. But I'm not going to do that one. Why? Because I can get 142 out of that one. And they both use the 24-hour cash one. And I get to hang on to the food and parts, which to me is important. Cash is important too, but I can sacrifice it for it if I really need it. Right now I have about 200. I've already gone through a lot of this, so I just try to get myself into a point where I could show you what's going on here with these commemorative coins. So there's two ways to get this IntelliBot right here. Okay, one, you can either do 80 per, which right now I could only get 2, guaranteed. Classified documents is fairly irrelevant, and I can see that that's being blocked right there. But pure crystals, it just depends on what you need. Do you need the pure crystals to convert to ultimate crystals? That might be more appealing to you. I can get 10 of those right now. Do I need it? Yeah, but there is another factor in here that's more important. Galactic Oracle. Now, what's interesting about this Galactic Oracle is that they've introduced a piece that you could get that you couldn't before. And hopefully I can show you here so that way you all have proof. But I ended up getting Spirit Stone Frags and Geist Stone Frags. That's never happened in an Oracle. Much like, we've had the tokens before, or the coins go in there. We've had the cosmic crystals. We had the super equipment chest. And then once we had PC, or perfect crystals, which I thought was the stupidest one. Because you had to go through a ton of them just to get an AI. Which, if you had them, cool. If you didn't, it was a waste. So, let's see if I can get a show here of it giving me some Geist or Spirit fragments. Oh, there it was, right there. We had one already. And I need 3 more, and I finally get a Geist Stone without spending stupid money to get one. Oh, there was a Spirit frag. Now, the first time I did this, it did take about 200 to get through it, and it's different for everybody. That's something that there's another Spirit one. Everyone needs to understand. The drop rate or the percent as it goes up here, so I just did a huge jump. That changes for everybody. So the first one took me 200 coins. This may take me less. We'll see. I started with 200. We'll do the math later. But as you see, there is another Spirit frag, Geist frag. This has never happened before. I think this is probably the best Oracle that I've ever seen. Why? Because a lot of us would probably never get these Spirit Stones or Geist Stones without it. Or just take that much longer, to be honest. Because a lot of times you have to do it through the global mobilization and hope that you are in the top, I think, like 10. We can look at that in a second, but I think it's like top 10. So yeah, that took over 200. So, like I said, it changes a little bit for everybody. I'm going to go here and do it. Boom. So we were at 200. Took 202. And it's going to be different for everybody. Unfortunately. Get your bonus. Boom. Now we can come back over here. And look. I got a ton of this. I'm one shy of a Geist Stone. That's phenomenal. I'm going to do it again just a little bit later on my own time. Just to get that Geist Stone. That's freaking awesome. Not to mention I have all these bots that I don't know what to do with at the moment. But just to give you an idea, I haven't started global yet. So for Geist, you gotta hope to be in the top 10. And if you're not hitting 61 or 62,000 in total points for the global mobilization, don't even bother. Don't even bother even bidding here. This is not your place. Your place is, if you're 57 to 60s, this is your place. This is your place right here with the gear. Me, I just prefer to go with the bot. It's usually around 53 to 55,000. Not a big deal. All right. So that's a spring cleaning event in a nutshell. It's always a nice event to kind of come down to, because like I said, you have all of these production buffs that they sit there, or they collect and they collect and they collect, and then they just collect dust. And what do you do with them? Well, now you got something to do with them to get these coins. Why? So you can get some more bots, some more pure crystals, or perfect, I call them perfect crystals, pure crystals, let's be correct. Or, in this round, you could possibly get to your first Geist Stone, like I am. I'm about to get to my first Geist Stone with this. And that's just going to add another set, or at least half a set, jewel set, to one of my commanders. Which, you should always pick your top commander and be very selective on what gear, because you want to make sure that this gear that you're putting this stone on is going to be the gear that you're going to be using hopefully later in game, or else you're going to be kicking yourself later and be like, this whole game is long term. You always have to think long term. I hope that kind of cleared that up there and got that out of the air for it. But hey, if you take anything from this, I highly recommend doing the Oracle. Get the fragments because it's the fastest way. The only other way that I've seen to get the fragments is if we go to time and space and you get lucky, it pops up in the merchant store right here. But that could cost you. If it pops up in the merchant store, a Geist or a Spirit Stone fragment, that's going to cost you 6,000 gold at least. On a rare occasion, it'll pop up for Meta Crystal or cash. I mean, it's like 6 million cash, I believe. I have the screenshots somewhere. I'd have to find them. But nonetheless, this Oracle is probably going to be the best way to get those fragments. So, hope you all enjoyed the video. Have a good time. Be sure to like and subscribe. You can see right over here all the social media up in the top corner. Twitch. Been streaming the galactic battles from when War Alpha goes into battle. Hopefully I'll be able to do it this week. Just depends on the time slot we get and if I'm at work. My regular job. Hopefully this will become my job. So, till next time, have a good day or night.